Hey guys, got an awesome experience to tell you. Well, sort of awesome. Okay, so here goes. Give me a minute. I just woke up. 8 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up. Okay, this starts on November 1st. So I got my whole routine down. Watched the hockey game, and I watched the hockey game here. And in the spirit world, I'm making trains. Anybody who looks on my Facebook, I post the trains on Facebook. The reason I post the trains on Facebook that I made is because the guy that helps me make the trains is he goes on Facebook and has photos to look at. And yeah, they read your Facebook. Christ reads your Facebook and your YouTube. Anyway, this is the story. It's how it go. So I haven't been fought. I haven't fought with Loogy Man in a long time. Since I've been down there for 2 months or a month or two in the lower astral, I'm back at St. Lucian. I'm staying there in St. Lucian. I got my own place. The room you can't see in it. You can't see in the room. It's in St. Lucian, beside the zombie place that I made. Well, whatever. Partially made. I made it. Fuck. And it cuts down the hearing in my head. So that's why I like to sleep there, because I can actually sleep. But Jesus don't like it because he can't see in. So I got this new Jesus. I got this new Christ because the old one, we got in a bit of an argument and he couldn't deal with it. He left, I guess. He was cool, but not really. Anyway, the new Christ, I got an argument. That's what happened. I got an argument with the Christ that was taking care of me from down on the lower illusion, but he was from up here. He got in a fight with him about something. I don't even know what, because everything that happened, and he was going to charge me with abuse, like verbal abuse, because I called him every name in the book and then some. And I don't care anymore. I know all the ins and outs, the red tape bullshit. I can go right through it. I know how to do it. So I'm like, I got mad at him, yelled at him, and that was it. He went, and I got a new one. And he was going to charge me with abuse. Don't know if he did or not at this point. And what that means is when he charges you with abuse, well, another Christ comes in and he gives you a series of dreams to find out why you went fucking crazy and abused Christ and to teach you again. Now, this new Christ comes, he's going to give me the series of dreams, the lesson dreams. And that's how you make up for the abuse. And they find out why you're so pissy. Um, so this Christ comes and he starts giving me dreams, and they're both sex dreams. Now, they're not, I didn't actually have sex in these dreams from this new Christ. They were just smut fucking dreams and how I reacted to it. And I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing in the dreams. My worst fears, more or less. They ain't really fears, just how I deal with shit. The first dream was about I had to go into a men's washroom with a bunch of guys following me, and I had to number two. I had to go in there, and they're following me and pounding on my door and everything, and I'm supposed to, and then Grace wants to know how I react. That's the one first dream he gave me. The second one was in priestess house. I was sleeping in priestess house, and she turned out in the dream turned out to be my ex-girlfriend here on Earth, the physical one. And what the hell happened after that? Basically, he manipulated the dream with somebody I love. I woke up Found out it was just bullshit, and I got mad. Started calling him fucking names. Started calling him names, and challenging him to fight and everything else. I got really mad. And that was yesterday. Also, the day before on the 1st, I started getting loogy in my throat. I get the loogie up my ass a little bit, just a little bit. It almost seems like Loogie Man, and Loogie Man's up another level, and but he's in the zero, which is sort of like the illusion. But zero is, they call it zero, but zero is a place where you go find your balance. Everybody needs balance. Well, they put Loogie Man in zero so he can get his balance back and start fucking thinking straight, because he's a fucking predator. And he's got 100 years to sit there and figure it out. But he has like full reign of the illusion. But he can't bother me anymore because I fight. And plus, he's always talking to Christ. He's always with Christ, getting taken care of, right? So I figure, okay, maybe he's finally going away. But I start feeling the loogie. I start feeling the loogie coming in way down here, not here. Where your throat chakra is, I can feel a loogie coming in. It feels like a tickle in your throat and you cough. But I feel it down here. So I'm like, why did it change? What's he up to? I don't know. I push it out and it goes away. And when it comes up, I push it out and it goes away. I just do it all the time. And I report everything that happens to me to my family and Jesus Christ priestess. The priestess is the equivalent of Jesus Christ. And she's the one I saved in the Daniel Boone past life. All right, just give you a why, who, what, when, where, why she even exists, and putting on this video. But she's not necessarily taking care of me. She's a Christ-like female Christ priestess, but she don't take care of me. But she's my buddy. Right? So there's that. Then another indicator something was going on. I didn't know it at the time though. Was 2 times from the 1st to today, my subconscious, when I lay down to go to sleep, my subconscious started burning out, and it was different people talking. There were 2 people talking in my subconscious. So I know I've been breached, but I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel anybody in me. So I thought it was just some kind of weird opening because I got mad at Christ. So all the energy was all freaking out, and I figured maybe it was just something like that. But I didn't know what the hell was going on. Yesterday, my subconscious was talking weird to one voice. And then I went to bed last night, and this is what happened. I went to bed. No, I'll take that back. Those are indicators something weird was going on. Plus this. Am I recording? Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop recording. Yeah, I guess I am. Okay, so I'm pissed at Christ for giving me the porno dreams. Straight up. On November 1st, I started seeing a looky-loo in my apartment in this physical reality. And it was coming over to my camera right here beside me. And it would look at my camera. I know, Nikon. It's a Nikon. This is the one my buddy sent from California on the Facebook group. And I bought it off him. It works great. It still works. Anyway, this looky-loo ghost is looking at my camera, and it's black. And black, Christ told me, black energies, black entities are suicides. He goes, more or less, it represents suicides. And I'm like, okay, so there's a suicidal person in here, and I reported it. I didn't talk to it, didn't do nothing, but it was fucking staring at me. It was driving me nuts, and I'm ready to shoot it in the spirit world. But no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I gotta be Mr. Nice Guy. Because the last time I shot a Looky Loo, it turned out to be a friendly. That was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. He don't like me anymore because I shot him. But I fucking hate ghosts. I never had good experiences with ghosts, and it's on a different level. They're here in the flesh, man. They can come up and touch you and tweak you. So yesterday, all these things started happening to my body. When I'm not focusing, I'm doing something, watching a hockey game, or I'm making trains here on the internet, watching a hockey game, spiritually making. I'm getting tweaks, wet willies in my ear. They're sticking their finger in my ear, and I don't know where it's happening from. I'm thinking it's the Looky Loo ghost, right? The one that was staring at my camera. So that happened, and yesterday when I went to bed, what the hell is this? Today, 8 a.m. starts in 2 minutes. Oh, time change. Yesterday, when I went to bed last night, this goddamn fight just happened. The Looky Loo was on me again. It's touching my head. I'm laying in bed and it's touching my head. It's doing this and doing that all over me. I'm like freaking out. I'm telling him, can you send ZBC? CBC is like another person that's from me. He's a part of my soul that breached off, went elsewhere in the spirit world. Well, he comes and deals with the Looky Loos. Well, I'm like, get him out of fucking bed. I got problems down here. And it ain't gonna be nothing good gonna come of it if I start to deal with this thing. So I don't know what happened. Christ came into me because I was getting I don't like him in me because he heats me up. He heats me up. Christ heats you up. That's the compassion. But it pisses me off because I'm sweating my ass off in bed. And he enhances the voices of my family and everybody in my head. And I can't fucking sleep until it all goes away. So that's why I don't like him in. But my problems here got too big, so I brought Christ in. A new Christ. I had 3 Christs in 3 days. So I got another Christ. I brought him in, and to deal with the Looky Loo. But at the exact same time, this happened. So I don't know what happened to Looky Loo. Last thing I heard of Looky Loo, Rich is screaming. Rich is some girl. You think it's a girl. You think. I don't believe any of it. Not anymore. But it was a girl's voice. She's touching my fucking head. I can feel my hairs on my head from a ghost. You know, you guys know. I can feel the hairs. I can hear her talking. Rich is screaming. He's screaming. He's upset. He needs love. All this stuff. Christ said, you gotta leave. Don't come back. You gotta leave. Christ is telling her, we're just taking care of. You're messing them up. You're doing more damage. And finally, I don't know what happened. I fell asleep. But before that happened, this is what happened. I had just gotten my second sex dream from the second Christ. I pissed off all day because he's violating the code, man. Okay, when I had my last review, it stated the Christ that did the review said, no more sex dreams, no more sex lessons, no more sex bullshit for Richard. No more. Well, the Christ, he decided, since I abused the first Christ, the second Christ decided to give me sex dreams to find out what my sexual problems are. I don't fucking have any. None. So I can't figure out why he's giving me sex dreams. But then I abused the first Christ, so it's important that I do this, according to him. But I'm saying no. So we got this big goddamn fight, and I'm abusing him now. Less than I abused the first one. And the reason is abuse, it's just verbal abuse. It's like, you fucking asshole, I'm fucking telling you. He hates that. Christ does not like that shit. And if you do that, well, then you gotta have the lesson dreams and everything and work it all out, and you're back to normal again. I go to bed after the hockey game, 10 o'clock. We won 4-0. Toronto Maple Leafs. I know everybody hates Toronto Maple Leafs, whatever. But you know what? They suck on my scale, but whatever. I'm in it for life. Anyway, that's just another problem I gotta deal with. Except the fact that the Leafs suck. Yeah, I know. Anyway, the I go to bed. I'm laying in my bed. As soon as I get in my bed, my subconscious just I hear another voice. That's not my subconscious voice. Then behind that, I hear my subconscious voice saying, "Leave, leave room, leave room, leave room, leave room, leave. Go, run, 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 leave room." So he knows something I don't, and he's telling me to get the fuck out of St. Lucian, go somewhere else other than in the room. Now in this room, it's like a containment room where I can sleep, specially made room. Cost me thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, specially made room. I get up. I'm like, where do we go? Where do we go? He goes, priestess, go priestess. So I'm like, he just starts saying, go priestess, go priestess. So I go to priestess house. I'm in priestess house. So Tina's there. Tina comes. She's with the priestess, and I'm going to sleep there. My soul is smoking weed. Yeah, they smoke weed. Jesus smokes weed. Everybody smokes weed. I got it. I dreamt it. I dreamt I was smoking weed all fucking night. When you smoke weed, it relaxes you, moves the energies through your head, and you don't hear nothing. Well, I don't hear nothing. I can barely hear anything except my subconscious, which is the loudest voice. And I told them why I'm here. So I'm here. And all of a sudden, I'm laying there. Then here comes Jesus. Richard, you got the third dream to do, and there's the sixth dream. So I'm all fucking paranoid about that. I got Tina and the priestess staring at me. They're both spirits. I got Christ coming down on it, giving her a sixth dream. I lost my shit. I just fucking lost it. Because I started arguing, and it got worse, and it got worse, and worse, and worse. And I got a Loogy man up there going, run, 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 you know, poking me. I can hear him. And I was mad because he gave me 3 loogies up the ass that evening. This evening that I'm just getting last night. I had to deal with those, and I'm already pissed because I had 10 loogies in me in the past 4 or 5 days. They weren't bad. They didn't make it all the way in, but I was mad because I didn't retaliate. I just trying to make it go away. Ignore it, and maybe it'll go away. Well, it didn't. So I got mad. I said, I gotta get the hell out of here. You're driving me fucking nuts. I can't go to sleep. They're like, go to sleep. I can't. Because I'm paranoid about the dream I'm gonna have that Christ is gonna give me. Because of some fucking quasi psycho crazy sex shit. Which I fucking hate. I got a priestess and Tina staring at me. So I just said, fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm mad as hell. So I go back home to my room, which is not far away. So I zip across the fucking neighborhood to my room where it was built in St. Lucian Spirit World. I'm laying in there and I'm trying to sleep, and I almost get out. And the fucking looky-loo ghost is touching my head. That's when all the Richard's mad. And I was like, get CBC. And then finally, Christ goes, you gotta come in the basket or whatever it is. So when Christ comes into you, he puts you in a basket, a Christ carrying thing, whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember what it's called. It's a thing in the Bible. He puts you in that bassinet, basket, cradle, fucking Christ cradle, anyway. And he comes in your heart, consumes you, blocks your vision, and he takes care of you. That's what he wants to do, but I don't like it because it gets loud in my head and it makes me sweat, and I hate it. So I don't go there. And plus, I don't need them all the time. If I need them, I'll ask them for help. Other than that, just leave me alone. So anyway, as soon as I get there, she's ghost girls touching my head, looky loo. Fuck. Uh, anyway, I lose my shit. So I grabbed a machine gun under my bed. Great big fucking machine, like you see in the movies. Anyways, I don't know, M16 or some fucking thing. I can't remember. AR-15. That's what it looks like, something like that. So that's what I modeled it after. And so I got that. I got 2 clips, and Loogy Man's up there, and he's quiet. He ain't saying nothing. But I'm so mad at Loogy Man because he fucked up my life. Like, he literally fucking screwed my head up so goddamn. Him and the other Christ. 17 of them, to be exact. I go fucking nuts. My subconscious is like, leave the room, leave the room. Grace is like, hey, get out your lesson dream. Girls are fucking freaking out. I just lose my shit. I just fly right to Loogy Man, right up, and he's laying in his bed in another room. Looks like my room is another room, and he's laying there. And I'm saying, I start screaming. I put the gun on him. I go, scream dream this motherfucker. I just and when the bullets hit your skin, it's like bloop, bloop. It's like a bullet hitting the water, and the bullet hits the water and it makes the ripples around, comes out like that. Well, that's what his skin's doing. Bloop, 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 bloop. And the bullets are like, all you see is bloop, 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 all over him. So I'm not going to shoot him. He gets up out of bed and starts running. And I'm mad as hell, man. And then I with my inner light and my rage, I just I feel his whole room, and I just smash his shit out of the whole room, just destroyed everything. So his little happy place. So basically, he's sitting another level above me in fucking St. Illusion. And they don't have to. They don't have to do that, but they do it on purpose. I don't know why yet, but I gotta figure it out. They do it with every Christ that I get in a fight with. So I gotta deal with the repercussions of him bitching and yelling. But the loogies that penetrates me from him, nobody sees them. Because they're all coming out of the illusion up my ass and in my throat to possess me. I watch the playlist. Loogy Man, watch the playlist. Also, I started remembering the teacher. Very similar. She did similar things to me. The Loogy Man's doing. Well, I didn't think much of it. I went back down to my room, put the gun away. 5 or 6 Christs are around me talking. What are you going to do with him? He's using his fucking mind. What's wrong with him? I don't know. The girls are crying, freaking out because I went all abusive in my fucking rage. Now, I just went through the whole conflict thing with me, and Super Christ came down when I had watched a video where I had the arm wrestling. All you see was the arm wrestling, and then Christ Bubble was me and Loogy Man, and we just beat the shit out of each other. That was to resolve our hostilities, because Christ does that. Basically, he put you in the ring, says, have it out, get it out of your fucking system. Well, I did that just a couple weeks ago. Here I am, fucking shooting him in his fucking bed. All his supporters, yeah, believe it or not, Loogy Man has supporters. I don't fucking understand it, but whatever. They're all on his side crying, screaming justice. All people on my side are screaming justice. And I'm screaming, finally I get some fucking sleep. Anyway, That's going on. Oh, Christ. As that's going on, I go back to the priest's house last night to go to sleep. As I'm laying there, my subconscious, he starts, I can hear the voices in my head. And I'm like, the fucking voices are back. What's going on? So Christ comes down, he goes, and I'm going, the Loogy girl's here. So he comes into me to get rid of the Loogy girl and find out what the voices are. I'm like, get the voices out of my head. I don't know what the fuck's wrong. Get them out. And they're in my subconscious. Nobody touches my subconscious. Subconscious is the deepest part of the fucking whole soul thing going on. Other than your inner light, it's the tap that goes from your soul in St. Lucian and all your subconscious stuff that creates your realities for you. It's screaming. Well, there's other people in there screaming too. What's going on? This ain't normal. So Christ comes in to see. I invite him in. Come on in. he comes in. Then, as he's doing that, the girl's petting my head. He's telling her to get out of there. Turns out there's an entity in my skins. And it's talking through my subconscious. And my subconscious is warning me. I finally got it. Christ comes in to deal with it. I'm thinking it's the ghost, but it ain't. And I go to sleep all night long. I don't see nothing. I'm in Christ's crib, bubble, cradle. Cradle. Is that what it's called? I don't know. It's called Christ's cradle or something like that. Cradle of Christ. Yeah, cradle. Bible stuff about the Christ's cradle. Well, that's what it is. Anyway, I'm in there, and Christ got rid of the loogie. Well, as soon as Christ comes in you, he separates you from all the shit. So he isolates you inside. Well, there's another person inside me going, what? How do I get out of here? So he sees that, and he knows I'm fucking got another entity inside my skins, deep in me. Be it a fucking parasite, scum, or another actual entity, a demon, whatever. So this fucking other entity is talking, screaming, yelling, trying to get out because Christ has got it. He's got it surrounded. But Christ ain't doing nothing. I go, why, Christ, will you fuck get this thing out of me? And he goes, oh, I gotta learn it. And he goes, don't worry, I got it covered. He goes, they ain't gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna learn it. He goes, that's all I can say. Shut up and go to sleep. So I go to sleep. All night long I'm dreaming. And Christ tells me he's learning it, which is what he has to do, I guess. So Christ is trying to find out how this thing is affecting me by shooting the fuck out of Loogie Man and abusing the shit out of the other Christ. And I'm going, well, that makes sense because the last 2 days are unprecedented bullshit. Not really, but totally out of line. I haven't been violent in fucking months. Not really. Not in St. Lucian. Down when I was down on the lower Astor, I was fighting everybody. Fucking couldn't stop. And that's when the fucking alien thing happened. And I'm still fucking thinking about that. I'm still thinking about that when I'm already on the next goddamn drama. That never fucking ends, guys. Stay the fuck out. Keep your brain out of the spirit world. Anyway. I wake up this morning. I don't even know when I fell asleep last night. It must have been like 3 o'clock. I wake up at 8 this morning. I go to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. And I'm sitting there. Sorry. It's reality. You're going to have to deal with it. I'm sitting there. and I'm all groggy and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happened. All of a sudden, in my mind, I see someone knocking at my apartment door. Knocking at my apartment door. And immediately I think, what's the entity that Christ is dealing with trying to get out of me? So he's pulling it out of me, and all of a sudden it wants back in me. Now my apartment here in this physical world is being played out in my head that it wants back in. Well, as soon as that happened, I'm thinking, well, there ain't nothing on my fucking door because I heard it in my head, and I know it's in my head, and I know it's screen dreams and screen fucking images and everything. But anyway, I fucking see it, eyeball, physical eyeballs. I hear it in my head, not externally, internally. I don't even go to the door. And all of a sudden I said, hey. I guess it's a big fucking awareness download, man. Boom, it hit me. And I'm like, Christ, Tina, priestess. I go, what? I go, fucking Loogy, man, put this goddamn guy in me. And the download was this. I have, Christ has yet to prove it, but he's on my side. Because I went nuts when this fucking lower throat tingle started to happen from Loogy, man. And it goes like this. 2 days ago, or the day before 2 days ago, November, whatever it is, November 1st, he started hitting me down here, a lower tingle in my throat. That is when the Looky Loo ghost started coming around, checking out my camera, waving. It waved in my face. I'm watching a hockey game. There's a hand. Like a ghost. Anyway, that's when all that started. The ghost started coming around 2 days ago. Loogy Man started hitting me here, down lower in the throat. And that's when my subconscious started speaking different voices. So I knew I'd been breached in my subconscious. And I told them this for 2 days, everything that happened to me for 2 days, Christ and my family. Turns out when he was down here doing this, putting his loogie in me, well, the loogie was carrying a link to whatever the fuck it was that's in me now. And Christ is taken out. It gets in your skins. So you got 50 skins combining you into the flesh. This thing is infiltrated all of them, and it's all in me. Christ is oozing it out. It separates that entity from your soul flesh. So Christ has learned it all night, and he's slowly taking it out now. And I get the download, and this is how I think that entity got in me, and what is going on here in this world. And the reason he didn't want me in the room, the reason my subconscious got me out of the room was he wanted the soul room, but he was in this room. Do you understand? I live in 2 different fucking rooms, man. I live in the physical world room, my apartment here, and my soul lives in a specially designed room in St. Lucian. Well, as soon as I went to bed in St. Lucian, my subconscious is saying, get the fuck out, leave. The reason why is Loogy Man wants in my room so he can fucking see what the fuck's going on with me because he's in love with me. There you go. So he got this other entity to come inside me. He put the fucker in me through the loogie in my throat. I'm focused on dealing with the loogie, the tentacle thing that comes in. So I'm cutting it up, chopping it up, trying to get rid of it. And he puts it in, and this thing comes in nice and slow. I'm not aware of that because I can't see it. It's being all quiet and stealth, whatever, sneaking into me. That's when my fucking subconscious started speaking different languages. I started having little quirks, and I started seeing ghosts here in the physical, ghosts waving their hand in front of me, talking, petting me, and everything. Now, I think that is unrelated, maybe. Christ is trying to prove all this shit now since I woke up. And I had this dawning, that download about what happened. That's where I am. And it was pretty bad last night when I shot up Loogy Man, because that's abuse on another person. But it wasn't in St. Lucian. I didn't abuse him in St. Lucian. I didn't fire my gun in St. Lucian. I went to the illusion. I went to zero. Beelined it to zero, right outside his apartment. Saw Loogy Man laying in the bed, and I fucking put 2 clips in him. There you go. And I destroyed his fucking room. All because what happened with that was the reason I went fucking nuts. They're trying to pin it all on the breach of this entity Loogy Man put in me. The reason why Christ is trying to prove it is then everybody will know why I went fucking nuts, because nobody knows why I went nuts. They're all trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with Rich. I'm not usually that bad. But the reason why was because Christ gave me those 2 porno dreams, and that's against my fucking rules, and I told him that, and I got mad and pissed off. I got mad. I'm really pissed off, and I fucking abused the shit out of him. I didn't hit him, didn't touch him. I abused him. Christ. That's so they're trying to, that's my excuse of why, because I was breached by whatever this thing is that's in me now. And it's in me now, and Christ is taking it out. He verified that. He's still doing it. It's like a V coming out of me. This entity. It's like a V. Christ is taking it out of my skins and my flesh and soul and all this. Right now, I can see it when we're talking. As I'm talking. Anyway. Fucking shit never ends, man. I wasn't even going to make a video, but I got talking to Wen this morning. And I'm like, yeah, I'll make a video. It's pretty cool. So, you got to watch that too, guys. And when I had the flash, when I was sitting in the bathroom, and I had the flash that was knocking on my apartment door, that is the soul is knocking at you, trying to get back in. Open the door, open the door. Which is your apartment, your house, and the physical is your house, body, soul, and it's trying to get in. You open that door in a dream, you hear a knocking on your house in a dream, you open the door. Hey, can I come in? Yeah, sure, come on in. Or he shows you a pretty thing or some money or some gold, and he looks like Jesus Christ. Hey, I'm here to give you this gold. Ooh. Can I come in? Yeah, come on, give me the gold. You just fucked yourself. And that's what they fucking do to you. That's what they do to you. That never happened to me. It got in from Loogy Man. Loogy Man snuck it in. And trust me, for people that think, well, shine that inner light on it. Yeah, I have. That's how I'm dealing with it. What happens when he has inner light? I got 14 seeds inner light. He's got 16. And we're both using them. Yeah. So all you light people, deal with that one in your nugget. It's all true, but it ain't the way you think. You think it's all pretty, happy heaven, happy flowers and fucking rainbows. Well, there you go. I got 16 seeds of inner light. Loogying up my ass every day. And Loogy Man's in fucking jail, in fucking zero, for 100 fucking years or more. So there's your inner light. Love, happy flowers and rainbows. All right. So that's the last 2 days. 3 days. 3 different Christs. And he's pulling something out of my fucking neck right now. I can actually see a face. If you can see the spirit world, inside me there's a face right here. I think it's Christ. And he's behind me. pulling this fucking thing out. Pulling this entity out of me. Man. It wasn't a real bad entity. I mean, it didn't do too much. It just drove me fucking crazy. And what they do is the entities that are in you or outside of you give you mental suggestions constantly. Do this, do this, do this. And it's a projection of thought. It's a scenario. Get your gun and go shoot. And they give it to your brain. And your brain goes, yeah, yeah. I'm going, I'm going. And what I did was when I was on the toilet and I had that thing pounding on the room, I'm thinking, fuck, this is what all the crazy people think. And when you see people running in the fucking mall on the street and they're talking to the telephone poles and shit, when they're on drugs and they hear voices in their head and the psychologists think they're all fucking just here, have some Prozac, shut up. I fuck. Am I one of them people? I'm thinking I am, but I know what the fuck's going on. I know how I broke my skins. It wasn't by suicide. It was a fucking accident. It's just a fucking stupid accident. The rest of my life is this shit. I'm with Christ, and I gotta take care of it. I gotta stay on top of it. That's all. But once you go down, once you go in the rabbit hole, once you get breached, this is what happens to you. So don't talk to the dead with your fucking head. And get Christ to get all the fucking parasites and demons out of you. Well, demons, whatever, entities, other entities. It goes on forever, man. I don't even believe it. Anyway, guys, gotta go post this later. And oh yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit more. The book. Went back to the book. When the book, oh no, I can't do it. Fuck it. It takes too fucking long to explain it, and I gotta get another coffee. Okay, later, guys.